This is Scott the Fix Guy. Today we have a Frigidaire dryer that's making a terrible squealing sound, metal against metal. You can hear it a little bit more in the back, so it's probably the rear bearing. So we're going to unplug it or turn off the breaker so there's no power coming to the unit. And then we're going to put a little bit of tape on the back of the dryer on this one little metal rectangle, and it's something that will fall off if we don't put tape on it later in the procedure. We're going to take out two screws here at the top to take off the top panel. These are just Phillips head screws, and then we'll be able to take the top panel and push it toward the back and then lift it up and remove the panel. This is a stacked dryer, so there's not much room between the top and the ceiling. It's also a really low ceiling. And we're going to disconnect these two modular electrical connectors. Just pinch in and pull them apart. And these are located, if you're looking at the dryer from the front, in the upper right-hand corner. And then we just have to remove two screws in the upper right-hand corner, Phillips head screws, and in the upper left-hand corner. And there's also two screws that are holding on the front panel that are a little bit hidden, and they, if you look at the dryer from the front, they would be on the front right-hand side. They'd be down about 4 inches from the top right-hand corner, but they're behind. I'm going to get this one right now. They're behind the front panel, so you have to reach in from behind and remove the one on the right and left hand side. So there's really 3 screws on each corner that are holding in the front panel. So I'm using a standard head screwdriver to just pry apart the two sides. Now I'm going to remove 2 Phillips head screws from the bottom. There's also 2 screws that are holding on the bottom part of the front panel. So 2 in each corner, and then on the upper part there's 3 in each corner. 2 at the top and 1 that's kind of hidden. I'm going to use my standard head screwdriver to pry the right and left side to get it to little clips to let loose. I'll get this little wire connection out, and I'll grab the whole front panel and pull it off and get it out of the way. And then I need to remove the tumbler. It's being held on by a belt, so I'm going to reach in. It's on the lower right hand side. I'm going to reach in with both arms underneath the tumbler, and I'm going to pull the wheel to the left and then pull the belt off of the motor pulley. Now I'll get the belt out of there, and I'll use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove this little plastic piece that holds the tumbler from falling out. And now the tumbler can be lifted out. You have to lift up in the back first to get the rear bearing out of a little cup. You have to lift it about 3 inches up in the back, and then you can pull the whole tumbler out. I usually put my hands underneath the tumbler and then lift those 3 inches to get the bearing to let loose of the cup. Here's the little cup. We're going to use our driver to loosen 2 long screws, and then we can pull the old cup out. The old cup kind of disintegrates from friction, so we're going to replace it with our new rear bearing kit. Kit comes with a new plastic cup, a new metal piece that holds it, new screws, and a whole new rear bearing. And it comes with some lubricant. So we're going to put this high temperature lubricant into the cup, and then we'll put the screws in. We put the tape on there in the back to hold on a little plate these screws go into. So if you don't put the tape there, you need to have 2 people, one to hold on the plate for you, but the tape will hold it in position. We're going to tighten these down, and this is going to hold that cup really securely. And that cup has the lubricant in it, and then the bearing, the ball of the bearing will fit into that cup. I'm going to put a little bit more of that lubricant in there. They give you a tube, comes with the kit. Now we're putting some screws into the bearing to put threads into the bearing. So you actually take these Phillips head screws that come with it, put them in, and then use your driver to drive these screws in on all three of the holes to put threads in. Otherwise it's really hard to do later. It's good to just do this before you try and install it. So we do it on all three holes. Now I'm going to take my Phillips head screwdriver and I'm going to spin out the three screws that are holding on the old bearing, because the old one's pretty messed up. They last about maybe 10 years. And I'll put in one Phillips head screw into the tumbler, and then I'll go around to the back with the new bearing and I'll put it in that little hole. I'm going to just fit those threads right into that hole just to start things off, and then I'll take my Phillips head screwdriver and drive in from the inside. I'll drive that screw into that bearing. Once I have one screw in, I can line up the other two holes and I can put in those screws too. I'm going to get these in really tight. So the other holes are lined up, and I'll put the other two screws in. So we're just making sure those screws are really tight. And now the rear bearing is in position, and we just got to get one more screw in there. But now we can get the tumbler back into the dryer. Just double checking how tight those are. So we're going to lift it up. We're going to put the ball bearing, the ball right into that cup. And to do that, you have to get your tumbler into the dryer casing and then lift the tumbler up a little bit so that that ball can drop down into that cup. First you push it all the way back in. You should be able to feel when it lands into the cup. There we go. And then you want to turn it and make sure it can turn pretty easily. That'll tell you that it's in the cup. And now we're going to put the belt on. Remember that the tread side goes down against the tumbler and the cloth side goes up away from the tumbler. So we're going to wrap that around the tumbler, and then we're going to feed it back, and we're going to look where the old mark is on the tumbler, where the belt rode, and just put it right back on that same spot. We're going to rotate the belt around, make sure it is not twisted, and we're going to reach in with two hands on the right and left side to put the belt back on. I want to put it over the idler wheel and then pull the idler wheel to my left and then slide it over the motor pulley. If I have it correctly, then when I spin the tumbler, I'll see the fan spinning too. There we go. And we're going to do one full revolution spinning just to make sure the belt is on correctly. And now we can put the little plastic thing there at the top to hold the tumbler into position. It's just held on with one Phillips head screw. Get that tight. This little angle tool is great for these small spaces. Okay, now we can put the front panel back on. So we're going to put the bottom in first and then get the wire in there at the top. And then there's little clips. They have to go into these holes. There's two clips on each side. You want to feed them in. And you want to lift up on the tumbler so that it can lift over the front bearing as you push in the front panel. So make sure you lift up a little bit on that tumbler so it can ride up on top of the front bearing. And then once you have it, push it in tight, make sure it's fully in on both sides, and then you can add the screws back in to hold it. So we're adding the screws in the upper right hand, upper left hand corners. There's 2 for each corner, and then there's one that goes down on the inside about 3 or 4 inches down. We're going to put these 2 screws on the bottom. I'm using a little screwdriver just to hold it up so I can get to these screws. You can kind of lift up the whole dryer and then just shove something in there to hold it up. Just put in 1 in each corner. So a fair amount of work to get to this rear bearing, but sure will sound a lot better when you replace it. And the new rear bearing's only about $40, not that bad. Okay, we're going to rehook up our modular connectors. There's 2 of them. This is in the upper right hand corner if you're looking at the dryer from the front. Get those connected. We're putting a little zip tie to hold those wires in place. We're going to put the top panel back on, and then we'll pull it toward the front to lock it in. Get it locked in on both sides, and then there's 2 screws we have to put in the back. Just zip those 2 screws in. There's the second one. Alright, now we can plug it in or turn on the breaker and give it a test and see if that squeal has gone away. So this is power failure PF, just press cancel and then pick a cycle and then start it. That sounds much better. So back to normal. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance. Thank you.